Hello, my friend. It's Anne. So, welcome to step one of the training. And step one is about assessing the last 12 months. Why is it so critical to begin by that? It's because you need to know where you come from, where you're at now, in order to be able to project yourself and think about your vision, goals, priorities, etc. We'll see that later. So, for today, my recommendation is that you allocate a 45 minutes time slot with absolutely no distraction. So put off your phone, put off your notifications, take your workbook at the end of this video and or allocate maybe later today or tomorrow, but make sure that you have your 45 minutes with yourself, okay? So you're going to do it in a calm mode, meaning you need to be in not zen, but like relieved and calm state of mind to be able to evaluate with no emotions coming the way, So first of all, you're going to decide on what areas in your life you're going to assess. So for instance, I picked, and a lot of people around me pick health, wealth, job or career, business, relationships, personal development, spirituality. It can also be recreations. It can be other stuff of yours, okay? So first things first, decide on which areas you're going to assess. Once you are clear on that, you're going to qualify each area with 1 to 3 words. Let's imagine that I jump at you in an elevator and I tell you, okay, what was your last year in terms of health like? You need to qualify 1, 2, 3 words max. Don't overthink that one, okay? Be quite intuitive. Let your gut speak for you, okay? So once you have these words, you're going to decide area per area, okay? That's an exercise. It's important that you separate the areas because maybe you live very different things from one area to another, okay? You're going to tell about the big wins you had in the last 12 months, okay? So these are the things that changed positively your life. So it can be, I don't know, let's take health, for instance. It can be I've exercised 3 times a week. Well, it's not true in my case, but it could have been. I exercised 3 times a week during a year. And it made a difference because I lost, 5 pounds or okay. So I think you see the idea behind it. And after the wins, you're going to assess the challenges you had to face. Okay, so a challenge, you can overcome it or not overcome it. So take the biggest challenges you faced, okay? It can be consistency, it can be lack of clarity, it can be, lack of energy, it can be a lot of things, okay? It can be, if you build a business, hiring a team. It can be in terms of spirituality, getting to the next level, all this stuff. I think you see the idea. After the challenges, you're going to assess the big life lessons. Okay, so life lessons, we don't have them every day, but in a year, I bet that in each area, normally you have at least 1 or 2 life lessons. And a life lesson is something that shifts you, okay? It shifts your mind, it shifts your behaviors, it shifts your beliefs in yourself or in others or in the world. So these are really important to flag. The next question is about your learning. So what have you learned in the last 12 months? Did you follow some training? Have you done some coaching with someone? Have you read essential books that really shifted in a way the way you saw things? I know that for me, for instance, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a book that changed forever my vision on money. And afterwards, I did different choices in my life regarding money. So there was a before and an after. So if you have this kind of thing in the last 12 months, just put them in your workbook and try to think about them. And the last question is, I take it for the end because it's the most difficult to assess. It's a bit linked with the life lessons, but it's around your beliefs. So As you may know, our beliefs are governing our subconscious, our patterns, and as our subconscious is in control of ourselves the majority of the time, it's very important. If you want to change, you need to change your beliefs. So have a look at the beliefs in life that changed for you, okay? So I just cited one for me with Rich Dad Poor Dad. I understood in that book that money could work for me instead of me working for money. And that was like a total shift in my mind that day. And it was a very simple book, simple sentence, but it really resonated that day with me. So that's a belief around money. And it changed my behaviors because your beliefs change afterwards your behaviors, the way you act. And the more you act differently, the more you become that new thing, okay? And you reshape your personality, your habits, etc. So I won't speak a lot on this today, but please, please, please go to your workbook now or allocate these 45 minutes and decide to fill in the workbook, area per area, all the questions. Then what you'll gain from that is concretely clarity about the last year, okay? So see you in the next step, guys.